Hello, everyone. Welcome. It's so good to be back. Um, yeah, so I'm a few minutes early, so we'll just allow some people to drop in for a little bit. Hi, Lynn. Nice to see you. Welcome. So excited for this live Akashic message today. And we'll start right on time with a quick meditation that's coming up. So on Thursday, I will be doing a recap of my trip to India with the beautiful Gari that was on the last live when I was there. And we're going to be talking about all these beautiful experiences out there. I don't know if any of you followed that on my Instagram. Hi, Kendra. Lovely to see you. Welcome. Thank you for being so supportive. Okay. Well, I think we can start with the meditation coming up here. I'm just so excited to be here. So let us begin. So let's close our eyes. Let's take a couple of deep breaths. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. As you exhale, release the tension, the stress, the negativity that you've perhaps experienced or about to experience. And let's bring our attention from the outside world internally. And really do a scan of our bodies, breathing in. And exhaling all that no longer serves. Allowing the body to just be a body. Having gratitude for this beautiful vessel that allows us to experience life, this wonderful adventure. Now let's bring our attention down to the soles of our feet, opening up the energy centers on the soles of our feet and allowing that exchange of energy between us and Mother Earth, particularly the crystalline energy of Mother Earth. This is the ascended energy of Mother Earth. And bring that energy up into your body, anchor it into your root at the base of your tailbone and into your heart. Completely grounding and connecting into Mother Earth. And imagine from your heart space, not only is this beautiful diamond white energy anchored into it, but let's ignite the divine energy of who we are, activating the energy of Christ consciousness, the energy of unconditional love, compassion, ascension, expansion. And let's allow this energy, this golden energy, to move up and out through our crown. Allow it to connect into either the central sun or to connect into the energy of Creator. And bring down that energy once more into our crowns, opening up our energy centers, strengthening our connection with our higher selves, our guides, our angels, our own Akashic Records. And bring that energy down into the body and anchor it into the heart. Feeling completely grounded, completely centered, and completely connected. Let's call in our guides, calling in the angels of the 4 directions, calling in Archangel Raphael from the east, Archangel Michael in the direction of the south, Archangel Gabriel in the west, and Archangel Uriel in the north. And creating that safe and sacred space for this transmission today. And I'm dropping into my heart space to open up the session by opening up the Akashic Records collectively of all those that are joining in on this live and all those that will watch the replay, so that we may be of service for you today. Please open and allow me access. So the message for you today is that there is so much happening at the moment on this planet, at this time, in this place. So much change, so many different alignments to different timelines, to different realities. What we want you to know is that today, that you are in complete control as to which timeline you choose, as to which dimension, which reality you choose to experience. And we do this by raising our frequency to match that which we'd prefer. And once we match that reality, we live it, we breathe it, we become it. But note that sometimes, although it can happen as seamless as a change, as a flash, just like this, sometimes we spend time in releasing the old versions of us as we align to the new version, as we become, as we are the new version, the version of our highest potential. But note, consciously, as we move through this time in this place, we move through this uncomfortableness of letting go of the limitations of what we once were in order to become to what we want to be. And it's okay. Note that when we align ourselves with the highest potential, everything that is not within that will start to fall away. Friends, family members, careers, whatever it may be. Note that it's okay. See it from a place of gratitude for what it has given, what it has helped you to learn, and what you've experienced. Release it with forgiveness, with gratitude, with compassion, for the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding each person in each situation has shared with you, as it has made you the person you are today, which is able to propel yourself into the one you're wanting to become by just being that one, physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. I know it sounds simple, and it can be simple. The process is entirely up to you. Let's begin by supporting you with answers, questions that you may have. So welcome everyone once more. Please add if you would like a message, please put it in caps. Usually I connect into your name. So if your handle is not your name, please include your name in the request. And we will give you the messages. You are able to ask for healing if you'd prefer as well, or a clearing within the Akashic Records. And I will try and answer your questions as much as I can. Okay, so let's connect in. The first request that I have here is Vedana Vindel. Welcome back, Natasha. May I request messages from my spirit guides for my highest good. Also request healing for my throat chakra. Many thanks. Absolutely. Throat chakra has actually been coming up quite a lot for us today. So let me connect into your records whilst doing that healing for your throat chakra. So as I connect into your throat chakra, automatically what's happening is that stuckness is that your throat chakra is realigning itself as you step into the space of power of really connecting into the empowered version of you, the version of you that is able to ask for what you desire, your wants, your needs, to advocate for yourself. There are the aspects of you that are needing to be released, and I feel that all the way that down into kind of like my gut. So there's a lot of letting go in order for this chakra to open up. There's a lot of knowledge and wisdom that you're here to share with people. You're just acting in, and thyroid's coming up for you as well, so just adjusting that slightly. And the message from your guides as I connect into your throat chakra is don't be afraid to ask. And it's not only about being afraid to ask, make sure you ask the right person for what you need. Make sure you advocate for yourself. It's okay. Those that become uncomfortable with it, it's okay. It's their thing that they need to work through. But for you, it's ask. Don't be afraid to ask. Even when you're asking, you're not asking the grandness that is available to you. Remember that there's no limitations in what you ask for. Yes, when you ask for something, things will align for you to receive that. So what would that look like, moving forward? But this throat chakra, don't be afraid to ask. You are worthy and deserving of all that is good in life. Don't limit yourself. There's a lot of limitations that you've been placing in your requests, in what you deserve. Know that you are worthy and deserving of it all. So ask for it. And there's this beautiful thing that happens when you ask for things. It's the sound that starts to get things into motion. Yes, our thoughts activate our emotions, and then our actions put a thing into, but that voicing is one of those actions that start to put things into motion. So not only note where you're limiting yourself in your speech, note where you're limiting yourself in what you're asking for, and then note the limitations that you're placing within yourself when you're calling forward an abundance of health, wealth, happiness, joy, and love. So just take some time to note where are the limitations and start to let them go, knowing that you're worthy and deserving of receiving all that you desire. So I hope that was supportive and that resonates with you. Thank you so much. Hi, Viviani. Welcome. Thank you for joining and for supporting. Viviani has this beautiful channel with John. We also get to see her in action, and she's been on here before as well, which is beautiful. So very, very gifted individual too. And thank you for your help. Nick, let's connect into your records, please. Can you send me any messages from my spirit guides? Thank you. Okay, Nick, let's connect into your records. So Nick, as I connect into your records, I am faced with an open field. And this field can take me as far as I can see, which is beautiful. And if I look down, there's almost kind of like there are some crops that are growing. And the message for me that I'm seeing is it's now time. A lot of the times it's time to start reaping those rewards, but it's also time to allow for the work that you've done to mature. So things are moving along quite nicely. Things are growing quite nicely. And it's also tied into spring in the space of new beginnings. The time for harvesting your hard work is soon. but there's still a little bit of growth that is happening. Everything still seems very, very green and strong. So whatever direction you're moving in, it's a good direction. It's strong. But there's a contemplation and an observation of where you are. It's almost like you're taking stock, where you've come from and where you are going. Everything seems that it is quite fruitful. So continue to nurture your gifts, continue to nurture whatever it is that you're doing, because it is paying off. And soon, it's almost like something about timing and waiting for that maturity to come in for you. But everything seems very, very green for you right now, and everything is very abundant. So trust in the process. It might not be happening as fast as you would like, but absolutely know that whatever it is you're doing, you will be reaping the rewards of that very, very soon. Okay, I hope that message was supportive for you, Nick. Lynn, would I like any messages from my spirit team and healing? Thank you. Absolutely. Lynn, let me scan your body. And as I scan your body, automatically I get like it's my teeth, my jaw, so a little bit of tension, stress, but you're also working through a lot of your ancestral lineage at the moment as well. So let me try and ease that up as well. A bit of tension, stress, and anxiety. I'm feeling kind of like in your midsection here. Let me just release that, flush that out of your system. Uh, hmm. Okay, your guides are telling you to stop worrying so much. There's a lot of energy it's misguided, wasted energy when you worry about stuff. Just put it into action. Put what you'd prefer to see into action. Stop worrying. Um, yeah, there's a little bit of trust just moving through your sacral, your digestive. Your guides are saying you need to start trusting your intuition. You need to start trusting that you're being guided into the best possible outcome for yourself. You've asked for things to happen. Your team are there. They're ready to support you. Letting go a lot of the ancestral limitations that are keeping you a little bit limited in a sense of there's this, what will people think as I move through what I want to become? It's like, let go of what people think, focus in on what you want to become, what you want to do, because at the end of the day, it's you that ends up, when you go to sleep at night, you feel your happiness, your guilt, your joy, your love. So it's doing those things. It's time to step into yourself, into your power a little bit more. And usually they're reminding me, what they usually say is, become the sun, right? Shine your light as bright as you can. It actually doesn't matter who is there. The sun, when it comes up in the morning, it doesn't care if it's cloudy, if the sun is shining, if there's people have got their sunblock on, they don't care. Its job is to shine. Your job is to shine. Each and every one of us, our job is to shine and be who we are. Oh, Sherry, I'm just seeing here. So let me just align that. Yeah. So you're stepping into your you're getting these opportunities to step into your highest potential. Don't fear them. Trust that you've got this. Opportunities are showing up for you because you're ready, Sherry. They're stepping in, so it's about grabbing those that feel that they're in alignment, especially if they scare you. So step past those boundaries that we create. We create boundaries to keep us safe. It's about, and sometimes those boundaries start to become closer and closer and start becoming smaller. It's about smashing those boundaries in a sense of opening up, doing things that scare you a little bit, because that is how you start stepping into that expansion. But yeah, you're definitely like, keep going. Get used to being uncomfortable, because that is where the growth is happening. And you've asked for this growth, so this is coming in for you. I hope that that was supportive for you, Sherry. Barbara Peters, message and next step from my guides. Okay, Barbara, let's connect into your records. Okay, so Barbara, there's a little bit of so I'm feeling a little bit of like in my solar plexus. It's about stepping into your passion, into your purpose, stepping into your power. There's a little bit of a hesitation in that. There's a little bit of a letting go that needs to happen, and almost like a surrender. Now, surrender doesn't mean giving up. Surrender is going with the flow of the situation and seeing how that works best for you, right? Know that things are happening for you in that sense, because you're being directed into your next phase. Now, you too are very, very sensitive. You too are quite psychic. And a lot of the energies of the planets in that aligning has been bringing up a lot of the opportunity to revisit past relationships. So a lot of relationship patterns have been coming up for you as well. So they're saying step into that space of observation to see what comes up and how you are responding. How is your body connecting to the response of the people around you right now? And that will give you an indication of where that next work needs to happen. But again, it's a belief system in that worthiness of who you are in this world and that you are open to receiving all that is good. But review brings in the knowledge and wisdom of the why you went through some of the things that you went through. It doesn't necessarily mean you need to grab hold of them again. It's looking at what is the knowledge and wisdom that you got and how do you move forward in that direction now, that is in alignment with your highest potential. And that all is available to you. So what do you need to, sometimes we need to let go of something in order to be able to grab something else, because if our hands are full, we can't grab the next opportunity. So there's a lot of letting go of what's not working in order to bring in what does work for you. Okay, let's connect in. Marla, good morning. So good to see you. I would love a message. Absolutely. Let's connect into your records, Marla. So, Marla, as I connect into your records, I can see your beautiful smile. And feel like I'm being directed into the left. So there's an aspect of self-care that is coming in. There's an aspect of giving yourself what you need, what you want, and what you desire. There is this need for travel that's coming up and exploration that is coming in. They're reminding you that you're a free spirit, and no matter where you go, you'll always be fine. You'll always land well. You're also calling in the right contacts for you, the right people in your life right now. So there's a need to get out there, a need to connect to music, drumming, a need for community that you're being called to. So if you're not doing any of the community stuff, the recommendation is to really find your tribe, and you find your tribe by doing the things that you love, that are in the moment, what excites you right now, and call them in, and then wait for those opportunities and grab them as you move. But it feels that at the moment there is a free flow, a direction of, yeah, you being directed to the right people and the right opportunities right now, but there's this need for community for sure for you. So find your tribe, and you do that, yeah, by joining groups or events that are in alignment. Sound is coming in quite a bit for you right now, whether it's sound healing, no matter what it is. There's an aspect of that that's coming in, and a shamanic aspect of your knowledge and wisdom, and even a shamanic past lifetime is coming in for you around journeying and yeah, use your skills. When you sleep at night, you are doing quite a bit of spiritual traveling, astral projecting. So hold a dream journal that will help you, because at the moment you're in this process of downloading a lot of information while you sleep, so that yeah, these I see them as light codes coming into your system, preparing your body for this next phase that you're about to step into. I hope that that was supportive for you, Marla. It was good to see you. Perry, so nice to see you. Hi, Natasha, glad to see you back. Can I request a reading? Yes, absolutely. You can have a message for sure. Connecting into your records, Perry. So as soon as I connect into your records, I feel this like this, um, so it's almost like they're saying, put your head up, put your chin up. It's time. Don't worry. Stop worrying and live, enjoy. Start see the beauty in every moment of every day. And you do have this perspective, but it's like put your chin up. There's like open up your chest, be open to receiving all that is good in life, right? I think you sometimes limit yourself to what is out there, but you've never been left without being supported by your guides. So they're not going to start now. So absolutely, they're asking you to put your head up, look at to the horizon, because sometimes when we're looking down, we don't see what's ahead of us. So take that time to sometimes not only see what's ahead of you so that you can see what's coming, but they're recommending you take a higher perspective, take an aerial viewpoint of what the best possible outcome for the next adventure, the next 10, 15 years of your life, what that could look like. So they're asking you to dream. They're asking you to dream in a sense of, in an ideal world, if time and money were in abundance, what would you do? How would you be of service? So start from looking at that from that perspective, and then start putting into action and just one of those things. And every day slowly ask, what is one thing that I can do that will bring me closer to this dream, closer to this version of myself, and start actioning that in. But it's, yeah, chin up, they're saying. You're a good person with a big heart. You've done good. You've been of service. You've supported so many people in your life. Put your head up, expand. You are able to decide what you want the next few years of your life to look like, and your guides are there to support you. I hope that that was supportive for you, Perry. Yes, please put your caps, your requests in caps so that I can see what is there. Oh, I'm glad, Adina, that the message was supportive. Nick, thank you. Oh, I've missed that. Okay. I'm glad you've been working on a new project and it will pay off for sure. Kendra, are there any messages need to hear from my guides from? Yes, absolutely. Let's connect into your guides, Kendra, into your records. One moment. So Kendra, as I connect into your records, like I see you with young children around you. And the beautiful thing about children is they come to teach us to have fun. So they're asking you to inject a little bit of play, a little bit of fun, and a little bit of joy into your life, a little bit of more laughter, if you haven't been doing so already. And it's time to have fun. It's time to view life from the perspective of it being an absolute adventure. And it's almost like I've got the word in Portuguese here. I'm trying to see what it is in English. Portuguese, it's a fiat. So it's almost like challenge life to see how good it can be for you is what's coming in. And it's almost kind of like when we challenge the universe, things start to align to prove to us what we are envisioning is true. So sometimes it works the affirmations, usually they work with, I am so worthy and deserving of X, Y, and Z, but it's asking kind of like asking the universe, why am I so lucky? Kind of a thing. It starts to show you exactly why you're so lucky. That is the example that they are giving. So bringing in that aspect of joy and adventure, they're asking you to challenge the universe with beautiful things that could show up in your path. So they're asking you to look at that, and they're challenging you to challenge the universe, Kendra, because life can be that fun. So enjoy that, and let us know how you got on next week. So it's challenging the universe to, show up with magic and miracles, and then sitting in observation and waiting for them to occur and then grabbing them when they do. So that is your message for you from your guides today, Kendra. I hope that that was supportive. And remember that when these messages come in, they're for all of us in the group because there's something that calls us. So if the message feels like it could also be for you, it's because it is, whether you're watching this live or on the replay. Okay, Angela Hunter, any messages would be appreciated. Thanks for all that you do. Oh, you're so welcome. Thank you for being here and supporting me. So, Angela, as I connect into your Akashic records, there is this balance of masculine and feminine energy that is coming in for you. And it's to realize that we are mastering both in this lifetime. And sometimes we need to step more into one than the other. And the beautiful thing is that one needs to have that baseline of nurturing, as we navigate life. So you are very giving, you are very good at kind of like strategy, you're very good at getting things done. They're asking you to bring in that, continue doing that because that brings you joy and that expands you, but not at the detriment of you or your life or your, you know, it's time to start doing more things for you, and putting yourself first in many ways. And sometimes saying no feels a little bit uncomfortable. But when we're saying yes to things that aren't in alignment with us, we're saying to no to things that are. So it's absolutely appreciate, like you need to put yourself first. So if something isn't in alignment, it's not in alignment. It means that something else will be. And you're the type of person that you're not the type of person. You're very, very busy. And usually when you want something done, you usually ask the busiest person, and that's usually you because you get things done. What they're asking you to do is, yes, still get things done, but dial it in a way that it supports you. It doesn't deplete you, which is important. So if it doesn't deplete you, if it doesn't, if it depletes you, if it doesn't excite you, it's an automatic no. Empower people, give them the way to do what it is that they need to do. But yeah, you're taking on too much responsibility that's not yours, is what's coming through for you. And yeah, that beautiful heart of yours, allow it to keep shining and supporting others, but not at the detriment of you, because you are the most important person in your life right now. So bring in that balance of masculine and feminine energies, not only in a nurturing, actioning way, but in all ways, in getting to know who you are in this world. That is important because we all hold both energies within ourselves. So it's mastering that within you. That is the message that came through for you, Angela. I hope that that was supportive for you. Oh, and the other message that was coming through as I was finishing off is less criticism on yourself. Oh my goodness, you're your harshest judge. Give yourself the kindness that you give other people. That is important. So when you're judging yourself and you're beating yourself up, if you wouldn't do it to, a 5, 6 year old, don't do it to yourself. Or if you wouldn't talk to your best friend in the way that you talk to yourself, it shouldn't be. Change the language, the narrative that's in your head. Love yourself more than enough, because you are the only person in your life that's going to be with you for the rest of your life. So beautiful soul, continue to be, share your light. Absolutely. Okay. I hope that was supportive, Angela. Okay. Emmanuel, seems like I have lost all interest, motivation in the 3D physical reality, kind of deep resistance to action. Any insights from my guides? Yes, absolutely. Let's see what they say. Emmanuel. Okay, so being part of being on this planet at this time, absolutely we're here for the evolution of our soul. But the vehicle that allows us to do it is this 3D vehicle. And it's the 3D concepts that we're transcending. And we do move through cycles. So the motivation in the 3D aspect in navigating life is trying to understand how it is affecting you and looking at into the observation of why is it not interesting or motivating the physical reality, because once we get to that space where we become more conscious, what happens with physical reality is it becomes like plasticine. The more work we do with ourselves, the more healing that we do, the more we start to become aware that Play-Doh or that plasticine starts to become more malleable. So the plasticine being the 3D world or the physical reality. So the more malleable it is, the more we're able to mold it into what we want to create. So similar to the message earlier in that sense, see it as a challenge to be able to mold life or this 3D reality into what you would prefer, into what motivates you, into what excites you. So there is that challenge of how would you like to create life? How do you breathe excitement and joy into this life where you start to really, instead of things happening to you, stepping into making things happen for you, because everything is happening for you. So they're suggesting really enjoying this experience of being human, which we have the full spectrum from all these emotions of, sadness, joy, anger, love, excitement, all of that is part of that human experience, and really starting to explore that might be able to reactivate your interest in this 3D reality. I tend to spend a lot of time in nature, and I'm absolutely marveled at connecting in with the trees and the rivers. And, at the moment in my conscious development community, we're looking at the 4 elements and how important they are in the creation of everything. So it started looking at life from a different perspective, in a way of how you can mold it into what would you'd like to see in this physical reality, because you are the commander of that ship. And if you're not enjoying it, it's change. And usually a good thing to do is to reboot the system with regards to that, is usually do something that gets your adrenaline going. So whether it's a roller coaster ride or it's a zip lining or it's, parachute, whatever it is, do something that creates that surge of energy through your body. And that might reactivate that love for life again. But start seeing things from a perspective where you can absolutely mold and create the life that you prefer. So that is that challenge that your guides are giving you with regards to that. Okay, I've pressed something here that won't go away now, so I can't see these messages. Very annoying. Okay, so I hope that that was supportive for you. I'm glad that supported you, Kendra. And there's a message here that's coming in for Carl. So let me just connect into your messages for you as well. So as I connect into your messages, Carl, what is coming up is that what's coming up for you is drop into your heart space. Not everything is it's yes, sometimes things are based in logic, but there's more about dropping into the heart space. And what do we mean by that? Masculine, feminine energy came in earlier. And what that means is finding the balance between your head and your heart. When your head and your heart are in alignment, it means that you're being directed by your soul. So if you think of the Father, the Mother, and the Holy Spirit being your soul, or the Father, the Mother, and the child being you, bringing that into balance is quite important. And releasing from the expectation of what things need to look like or must look like in order for them to be something. So it's almost like they're asking you to let go of the perimeters and the narratives that are in place for you. And once you let go of these, it allows you to expand on a greater and a grander sense. So you're in the space of expansion. So they're asking you to let go of the limitations and allow your head and your heart to work together. And if there is a feeling of resistance towards something, but it makes logic sense, there must be another solution that is in alignment where both your head and your heart are in alignment, and that becomes important. So start looking at things from different perspectives. The head is also very much the logic, the strategy side of things too, but it's also about dropping into the heart, which is the unconventional, the chaotic intuition, the nurturing and the caring aspect. So bring those two into an alignment, and you'll start to see that the flow of life will start to come in much more for you, and that will support you a little bit more. So let go of what things need to look like and allow them to just be, and you'll be pleasantly surprised. Okay. So I hope that that is supportive for you. Stephen, hi Stephen, so good to see you. You would appreciate a message is something that you're not hearing. Let's connect into your records. Okay, Stephen, so as I connect into your records, I'm automatically feeling it or almost in my kind of like in my chest, so in my right lung and into my shoulder. So there's some grief. I feel this grief around work, grief around doing work, grief around the masculine side of things, and it's there's a lot of tension and stress that you're holding in the body, and it's because you're resisting doing what expands you. There's a resistance into fully and completely stepping into your glory, is what they're saying. And it's having faith that once you jump off that cliff, that you will be supported and that you will be held. So that is very important for you to trust. Your guides have never let you down before. They're not going to let you down now. Um, so they're asking you to completely jump into the authenticity of who you are, without fear of what others will think, without fear of what others will judge, and trust that financially you will be supported. Not only will you be surviving, but you will be thriving. But it's needing to let go of that survival, mentality, and it's absolutely stepping into that space of thriving. And it's a knowing, just like I know that the scarf is red and my shirt is navy blue, there is a knowing, and it's asking you to step forward into your highest potential from a space of absolute knowing. You don't even have to second guess it or think of it, but completely step into your authenticity, and you'll start to see that things will start to align for you as they need to. But let go of this tension and this stress, a little bit of overthinking that needs to be let go of. So it's almost about reining it in, but there needs to be action that needs to be taken, because this tension, this stress, this anxiety that's coming in is because there isn't an actioning forward to what it is that you're wanting to see or to do. So it's important for you to step into that. I hope that that was supportive for you, Steve, and it's so good to see you. Oh, hi, Karen. Okay, thank you so much, Emmanuel. Okay, Karen, let's do a message for you. Any messages for the full moon this week for me or the collective? Okay, that's a good question. So let's connect in. Okay, so there is this aspect that is being called in a letting go. We're moving into these times where the timeline shifts are starting to happen. And what there is there are many versions of this planet. There are many versions, many timelines, many dimensions, many realities. And what's happening is, as the frequency starts to expand, we are getting to choose which direction we want to go in. So what they're asking is, in this time of the full moon, because we are ascending at quite a rapid pace, they're asking you to let go of what is not serving. Actually name it. Write it down on a piece of paper and name it. And start letting it go. See it leaving. Like, you could write it down and burn it in the full moon, but whatever it is that you're burning, see it releasing from your physical, your etheric, your mental and emotional bodies. Release it into the fire, allow it to transmute. But it's time of letting go of the limitations, letting go of the shackles, letting go of everything that is holding us back from being authentically who we are in this world. So that is a ritual that they're asking you to do, whether you do it through fire, whether you do it through water, whatever it may be. But write down what it is, the limitations, the shackles, the bindings that are holding us all back, and let it go. And choose the reality that you wish to live in. That is the general message for everybody. Choose that reality, live it, believe it, breathe it, because everything else will fall away. Remember that in the news, as things are changing, once we start reading, and this is a general message, not just for you, as we start, listening to various pockets of the news, whether it's conspiracy, whether people are doing this, that, or the next thing, whatever we feel towards it fuels that reality. And it's not about living in a delusional reality, but it's about creating the reality we wish to see. And that is important. So thank you for asking that question. Use this full moon energy to let go of the remaining shackles and limitations. Note the words, note the limitations in the words that we use when we are speaking to people, when we are planning, when we are strategizing, when we're talking about the future. Note what are the limitations that are in our speech, because those limitations are in our minds and in our actions as well. So Thank you for asking about that. And that is a beautiful reminder to use this moon's energy to completely let go and connect into our authentic versions of who we are. So thank you for that. Angela, can we take a moment, if you wish, to tell us about the podcasts you're doing with others? I've caught the recording of 2 of them so far. Yeah, absolutely, Angela. So I do a podcast called Mindful Leadership with John Bunny. He's an amazing, amazing soul, my soul brother. We used to work together for a long time. And in that podcast, we bring together a beautiful entrepreneurial leaders, and we talk about how they're making changes in the world, and how they are, doing conscious business as well. So look up Mindful Leadership Podcast, and that's with John and I. And then I do another one called Conscious Health, which is my friend David Ortega, who is a geneticist, is a scientist, and we look at conscious health, him from very much a scientific perspective and me from a mental, emotional, and spiritual perspective. And we talk to a lot of people that are in the healthcare professions, and we just try and uncover the beautiful things of the body and how it affects our everyday life. So thank you for asking about that. Absolutely join us. So it's a Mindful Leadership Podcast with John Bunny, and that usually happens on a Wednesday. And the Conscious Health with David Ortega as well. And that is there's a channel just for that too. So thank you for bringing that up. I'm glad you've enjoyed those and you find them beneficial. So if you would like to be on any of these podcasts, please absolutely reach out to me, or comment under the video, or comment in either of the podcasts, and we would be happy to look at what it is that who you are and what you're wanting to do. So thank you for asking that, Angela. That's very supportive. Thank you. Shauna, hi, Natasha and everybody. Why have I felt homesick for my entire life, even from early childhood? Extremely lonely in my closest relationships. Okay. So let's connect into... Yeah, I'm feeling a disconnect from you. There's an aspect of disconnecting into your heart. Now, I feel that there has been quite a bit of trauma that you've experienced, and a part of your soul is not completely in your body. And so, because it's uncomfortable when it isn't there. And not only that, that aspect of not completely, um, you know, it's almost like you've landed on Earth, but haven't completely accepted being here. And the choice is to try and embrace your humanity. It will help you feel more connected to yourself, because the disconnect that's coming in is within yourself, and not allowing others to connect in the way that they can. So learn to love yourself more than enough. It's really about connecting in within and getting to know who you are. And it is that you could have spent many lifetimes on other planets, but there are many alien beings. There are many beings from other planets here, and you will be attracting them, because like attracts like. So be open to calling in your tribe. Be open to calling in your people, but most of all, be open to loving yourself more than enough. To actually enjoy the experience while you are here. I'm sending you lots of love, Shauna. And I'm sure you'll find a lot of people in your tribe and in things like this, because there's a lot of, as I say, a lot of our alien DNA is starting to awaken, as we step into this new space of humanity that is more open and more conscious. Okay, I hope that that was supportive. Kendra, thank you. There are many messages coming through from the collective. Absolutely. Angela, that's so amazing. I'll look up the other one about health. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. Russell Davis, if you believe in your heart that the Lord Jesus of heaven is true living God. Okay, yes, I am definitely connected to Christ consciousness. Christ consciousness for me is one of the lineages that I connect to, all about unconditional love, compassion for one another, and expansion. Well, thank you everybody for being here today. I'm back here on Tuesdays live. It's so good to see you all. It's so good to be back and to be of service once more. Thank you all for trusting me and allowing me to be of service. And yeah, if you're wanting deeper sessions, absolutely book a one-on-one with me. And I definitely run mentorships as well. And thank you, Viviani, and thank you, Kendra, for being here and for supporting me and volunteering your beautiful services to this process. I'm very, very grateful for you all. Have an amazing rest of your week. And I